Yeah, here we are, live on YouTube. So, hello, YouTube. I'm your host today. I am Mana. I will guide this conversation about a really special topic that a friend of mine suggested me to talk about. We are going to talk about environment and sustainability. I know it's a hard topic, especially when you don't have the questions before. That is the case today. But we are here to challenge ourselves all the time. Uh, yeah, that's all about. So let's start in a soft way with our introductions. William, do you want to start?
My name is William. I'm 27 years old. I am married. I have two daughters. I live in a city. It's Sobral. I always say that it's a hot place, and I like from here. I work with technology. I am an analyst support and another stuffs. In my free time, I like to walk, to read some books, and talk with myself in three language different. Imagine situation will never happen, but I like it. So that's me.
I like to do this as well. Especially here, I think I started doing this here when I moved because there is a lot of stressed situations that you need to deal in English, and it's really terrible. Just in a quick example, we subscribed in a gym here near my house. Then they they want to like receive the money, and we did like a credit card, but it's a prepaid credit card. It's strange. You put your money there, that it's like a debit, but they call it credit. Ah, terrible. But when they try to earn the money, we didn't have funds there. So they try once again and once again and once again, but it was like disturbing me because all the time that I went to the gym, they say, Anna, you need to pay. Okay, I have money in the card. So you are not, eles não estavam cobrando. I don't know how to say this. They were not like taking the money, but the money were there. And it was like disturbing because they are not polite. And in Brazil, quando você cobra uma pessoa indevidamente, in Brazil, we have a lot of support. We have a lot of laws to say that they can't do it with you because they are like make you shame. Because all the time that I went to the gym, they are, oh, you need to pay, you need to pay. And one day I was ready to do like a big barraco there in the gym. So I went to my house like preparing my discourse in my mind to fight with the girl from the gym. But imagine, I arrived there with the prepared words, but I was so nervous that I was speaking everything wrong. No, my English was terrible. Then in the middle of the discussion, I told her, hey, I know that's being hard for you to understand me because I'm really nervous. And by the way, English is not my first language, as you can see. So I'm doing a lot of effort to explain to you. Terrible. But it's a good exercise, really.
I
And
imagine the situation,
yeah,
but the most part of the day, I think, oh, that's never happened. That's never happened. But uh, uh, when I see, I cross the street, and then I imagine something like that, like you said, and
yes. Like if
everything
a
that,
car do not stop for you, you are crossing the street and the car do not stop for you. So
yeah,
how you
I
can deal with this in English? Yeah.
do my the signal is red. It seems that
Yes, yes, you need to explain. Oh, it's terrible. And how about you, Beatriz? Present yourself.
So, Hello, my name is Beatriz. I'm 25. I'm from Campina Grande in the countryside of Paraíba. Uh, I like to stay at home and do everything possible at home. So I'm working from home and I'm attending classes here in Talk and Talk at home. I like to watch TV, read books, and spend time with my pets.
Nice. How many pets do you have?
Two, a dog and a cat.
Nice. Very good. Very good. Nice to meet you.
Thank
Rita,
you.
do you want to present yourself?
Yes. First, sorry for music in my, I'd say, neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah, no
The
problem.
song is very loud.
No problem.
And my name is Rita. I live in Minas Gerais. I'm married and I don't have a child. I start in the end of the last year work with technology. I'm a quality assurance test of the API and web. Uh, I changed my career in this last year. I'm not, let's say, deixei de lado, digamos assim, my old career, but it's not more giving me more satisfact more. So I decided to change them. I'm so happy about this. Now I study English for get a better job. I need to grow up again in my new career. I think it's this.
Nice. Very good. And Rita, what were your last career?
What I am working now or my old career.
Yes, your old career.
My old career go to let's say is I'm coordination about the quality and the environment. So this topic for me is very very.
You know a lot about this.
I'm not old in this
Yeah.
topic.
Yes. Very good. Very good. So you teach us.
Yeah, I know. No, it's so hard. This for living this in your life is so hard. In Brazil, it's
Yeah.
very difficult.
Yes. 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 But good to have someone from the area here. Okay. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you, Rita. And you, Samia. Am I pronouncing your name correct? Samia?
Yeah. My name is Samia, and I'm from Teresina, Piauí. I'm here because I think TNT is the best place, one of the best place to practice English, because here you can talk a lot with about different topics. So that's why I'm here. I want to improve my English with you guys, and I have dogs, three dogs. I live with my parents, and yeah, it's pretty hot here where I live.
Yeah. How long are you doing Talk and Talk?
Well, I started in 2020, but then I stopped.
Really? You
And
work for 2020? Like me
yeah, yeah, during the
in the
pandemic.
pandemic.
So
Yeah, crazy time.
yeah, yeah. But then I returned this year, and I'm really happy that I did this.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back. I was here for all of this time. And yeah, sometimes I miss the crowd meetings that we have in 2020. But the way that we are running meetings now, it's so much better. So yeah, I like this. So let's talk about environment and sustainability. I bring this topic especially because Alexandre, he suggested me this topic, and I need to confess, is not the topic that I really like. I'm not into this. Uh, like before I moved to Canada, I was like, I need to admit And I'm not proud of this, guys, but I need to admit that I didn't separate my trash, my garbage, and yeah, I was not really caring about this. But now that I'm living here, I'm learning how to do this, and it's being part of my habits and preoccupations, concerns. So yeah, I hope to develop this habit here. So when I'm back to Brazil, I hope to put something in practice. So the question number one, what small changes can individual make in their daily lives to contribute to a healthier environment? Rita, our queen today.
So have a lot of the small thing you can do in. I talk about your life in your house, is for example. You can save the water, né? We
Yes,
take a shower, you wash a dishes or house, wherever you use the water. And during turning off the lights when you're night in your room, I have attitudes that, like I'm turn on turn off. I don't know. I can't use this word. All my meus como é que fala? TV, rádio, essas coisas que vai na tomada, sempre tirar. Não sei como falar isso em inglês. Sempre tá tirando. You know these lights you can see in the TV, in
yes.
the
Yeah, the standby.
roteador. Yeah, there's a roteador. This this use energy a lot when
Yes,
is nice when not use this turn off of the tomada, não sei falar tomada em inglês. Is something you can do in your house for contribute to environment.
yeah. And something that I discovered or realized here in Toronto, when you do this, your electricity will be cheaper. But that's not the main purpose about doing these things. It's because of
Yeah.
the CO2 emission. So if you are not consuming a lot of energy, you are emitting less CO2. So I think that's the main purpose, right, Rita? It's not about the price that you are paying
Yeah, exactly.
because the
Exactly.
environment doesn't care about the price
It's
that you.
good for your bone, né? For your finance, but it's not the main the proposed. No,
Yes,
is
yes,
the main purpose is to contribute to the environment,
yes, yes,
because these what you say recursos is limited. You know, you
yeah,
need to give conscience about this.
yeah. About to retirar da tomada is unplug. So you plug and you unplug.
Open look. Okay, thanks.
Yes, it's new for me as well. I was searching here. And you, Samia, beyond these things about to turn off the light, to try to save water, um, is there any other thing that you do to contribute to healthier environment?
Well, yeah, the same. I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was those suggestions. I mean, not to waste water, do not throw the trash on the streets, and try not to use, not to consume a lot of plastic bags. You know, when I go to the supermarket, I try to to use papers bags, you know, because we know that plastic, it takes a lot of times to disappear from the environment. So yeah, the small actions, you know, like these little things that I think if everyone, each person can can put this in action, the
Yeah.
world can change. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, sometimes I need to confess that this point makes me not so excited about this topic because I see other people do not doing this. So I think I will do. So make no sense. Just my actions will not save the planet. So sometimes is how can I say? Um pensamento egoísta, a selfish thought. So yeah, but now, thanks God and thanks Canada, I'm changing my mind. And you, Beatriz, beyond this that we are talking about water, plastics, trash, garbage, do you do another thing for a healthier environment?
Yeah, so I'm vegan, so I don't eat nothing. So if you just because here in Brazil we have a problem with soy plantation. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say plantação in English, and it is basically used to feed, the agribusiness. So when you reduce your eat consume consumption, it reduces the impact overall. I'm not saying that you need to went vegan as well because when I went vegan, it wasn't because of the environment. It was because I thought that would be, better for me because I started to uh, study more about veganism and ecology and different ways of consumption. Because if you remember in the old days, the way that we use it to consume things were really different. Use it to consume all the parts of the animal, and now I think they just get the best parts, and then the animals like dogs and cats or etc. A huge impact. But I don't think that we can do a lot because if we compare with the agribusiness and other industries, our consume it's like sorry,
Yes.
uh, they don't have a lot of impact because the most part of the impact is our consume and start to do uh, durable. I don't know how to say. I'm sorry. There's a lot of vocabulary that I don't know how to say today. But like every year or kind of thing.
Yes, yes, because to eat or not to eat like meat in 1 or 2 days in a week, it's a really, really, really small step. But if everyone takes this action, it will have some impact. Yeah. I think William is not here.
Yeah.
I will run to the next question. Then when he backs, we listen his answer. The question number 2: how does your community handle recycling? And yeah, William, I know you are hearing, but you cannot answer right now. So I will run to the next one. So when you are able to talk, we're back to you. How does your community handle recycling and do actively participating renewable energy? Oh, yeah, participating recycle initiatives. I'm sorry, guys, I'm switching between the questions. Here in Toronto, it's really strong, this movement to recyclable. And something that is really interesting, it's because when you do not separate your garbage correct, they will give you advertise like a multa, and you need to pay, and it's really expensive because you are not separating your trash correctly. And here they just collect the garbage once a week, and it's not all the garbage. An example, here we separate the garbage in three different colors. Uh, the the recyclable, the organic, and the black garbage that we say that is not those one. An example, uh, paper from your bathroom, it's like the black one, or some plastics or containers that are with resto de comida. You know that even if you watch to go to the recyclable, is not recyclable. So you have this black one. But when you put something that is recyclable in this black one and they not see, they can give you like an advertise. And it's really interesting because everyone here is doing it like correct, in a really correct way. And this thing about do not um, collect the garbage like 3 or 7 days a week, because in my city they collect in my house 3 times a week. It means that you can produce a lot of garbage and they will collect. So it's not your responsibility to deal with your garbage. But here, if you reduce the collection, you force them to learn how to handle with the garbage, or creating less garbage, or doing other things. You need to learn how to deal with your garbage. So for me, it's really interesting. And for you, Rita, how does it work in your city or just in your house?
In my city, we don't have initiative for recycle. This for me was so hard because I don't know you know, but we have a norm of ISO 44001. In my last work, I implemented this norm, and I have so hard work for like organic. Is this is it possible to give recycle this garbage here in my city?
As they're done.
Yeah, where I find one is so what say caro mesmo is
Expensive.
space for doing this is very impossible. It's very difficult for do this activity here in my city, in my region. I think is Brazil is don't have this culture yet.
Yeah.
I think is need to change. And so far, because the environment is, we don't have more space to, I don't know, have this word in English for esses lixões. You don't have more space for that. And I think Brazil needs to work in this for change this culture we have. Don't recycle the garbage. I I lived in Ireland 10 years ago, and like there is the same is you talk before. For we need to wash your garbage to put in the
The recyclable.
the yes is very different from Brazil.
Yes, yes. And something that I discovered with my actual boyfriend, it's that you can compostate. I don't know how to say this in English. In your house, like he lived in a 37 meters apartment. It's like, imagine it, 37. It's really small, like
Wow.
one bedroom. And he has like a compostator. It was like this side and this. really short, like three floors of composteira, and he put it there like banana, eggs, um, coffee, things that he can compostate, and he has some minhocas to do this process faster. But without minhocas, it still works. It takes more time, but it still works. So yeah, I thought that is no, it's like impossible to do it in your own house. No, it's possible.
It's possible.
So yeah, I think it really makes difference.
But when you talk about the industry or the organization, is a little different because you have rules to
Follow.
follow. Yes, and sometimes it's not possible.
You cannot improvise. Like
Yes, yes.
yes, yes. And you, Samia, how are your habits in your city or in your house about recycling?
Well, speaking about my neighborhood here, unfortunately, we don't have any recycling initiatives. Uh, I mean, actually, we can see a lot of trashes on the street. Like not every street, but some part of the streets you can see trash. So this situation speaks a lot about our habits here. I mean, I don't do this, but there are people here uh, who do this, unfortunately. And but here in the city, in Teresina, we have a lot of recycling bins, like spread it in the city, but don't have the proper education uh, to
They
know
don't.
how to
They
use
know
them.
how to.
Like
Yeah, they know where they need to put the. Because if you show me like the colors, sometimes I don't know where I need to put the garbage.
yeah, even when there is the label, like with the words written on it, people they don't like. I think they don't stop to think about what it means. I mean, the to recycle, I mean, the conception of recycling things, they just wanted to, okay, I want to get away of my trash and then just put in anywhere here because it's just a box and it the how can I say this?
It's not my
Uh,
responsibility, so someone
yeah,
else
yeah,
said it. This
yeah.
one is not me.
So you can see a lot of those recycled bins with a lot of trash. They are not separate, So we need to learn how to use them.
Yeah, but I need to confess that it's not easy to understand the separation, especially here. I took like 2 months to understand, and till nowadays, sometimes I look for something and I think, is it recyclable or no? I don't know because it's not easy. It's something that you are not using. No one teaches you. So yeah, it's hard. And you, William, are you back? Hmm, I think the connection. Um, Rita, did you answer this question? I'm not sure. The question number two.
Yes, I mean the
You were the
first
first.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. So let's go to the question number three. What are some renewable energy source and how do they differ from non renewable source? In your city or in your environment, or are you familiar with any renewable energy, Rita? Do you know about this? Because I need to confess once again that I know about the the energy from the water and the energy from the air, but I really don't really don't.
We have now. You can use the placas solares, não sei como. falar disso.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and we have in Brazil, I don't know all the people know that some some company will say sell for your energy about these placas. Vou
Yeah.
falar em português que eu não vou saber explicar em inglês. São empresas, né, que possuem grandes terrenos com placas solares, então elas fazem a produção dessas energias e te vendem. Você não fica mais presa nessas companhias que a gente tem por regiões. Smart Ship, tem this
Yes.
ship, and this work to the company give a renewable, I don't know what to say, renewable energy. Ajuda as empresas a ter essas energias renováveis.
Yeah.
Renewable.
Yes.
Is not as possible for the people, is work only for the company.
No, in my city we have one that is B2B. Yes.
In my region, no, it's only for the company. We can put in this in your house, in own
Yeah,
house.
they not put the placas in your house. They have like big region,
Mm-hmm.
then they produce this energy, then they sell to you. And but I think in your region they just sell it to company because just works to big companies. Like in my house, I paid 150 reais in an energy bill. So was a cheap energy bill. But with the company, I started to pay 120, 130. Then I discovered that was not working for me. Not because the low discount, but because this company was like increasing my account every single month, my bill every single month. And yeah, after some months that I canceled with this company, I met a guy that he worked in one company like this and like renewable energy, solar energy. And he told me, Anna, it just works if your bill are like more than 300 reais or 400 or 500 reais. So if you spend a lot of energy, it works for you, but if you don't, it doesn't work. But I I think it's interesting to search about it because a lot of regions they have this, but it's not famous. Like in my city, a lot of people that could use this, they really don't know that it exists. So they don't use. Yeah. But it's really interesting. William, are you back?
Yes, sorry, it's because of my connection. And Sunday is day to make coffee for wife. Sorry.
Oh, yes, yes. No problem, no problem. So, would you like to back to the question number 2 to answer? How does your community handle recycling? And do you actively participate in recycle initiatives?
Yes, of course. In the city, we don't have any participation of recycle or anything because it's a big city. So, I live in an apartment, and what I can do to make more sustainable is about to, how can I say this? Separar o lixo, né? Separate the garbage and
Yes.
but last year I live in a countryside, no interior, e uh, uh, the this countryside does not have a space to put the our trash
Yes.
for the community. They just drop them in some place and let there. Uh, não tinha um lugar para você colocar o lixo, era simplesmente jogado em algum terreno. né? E aí o
Yeah.
carro
Oh my
passava
God.
e recolhia. And I look for that, and I think it's not the right, como é que eu digo? A coisa certa, né? The right thing,
Yes. The correct thing, yeah.
correct thing to do. And after that, I start to separate it more, the trash, and my neighbor, ele reciclava as coisas. E aí eu passei a dar tudo que era de plástico para ele.
Sim. Yes.
Passei a dar o que era tudo de plástico, o que, o que ia para a natureza, ia para ele agora. E
Yeah.
com isso, o meu lixo era mais biodegradável, né? It's more about food and uma sacolinha. Meu lixo todo, do mês todo, se transformou em uma sacola
Oh.
que era só de comida, que aí eu tinha outro vizinho que tinha porcos e ele pegava essa sacolinha de comida e alimentava os porcos.
Oh,
Então, I recycle everything, or the most part of I can, 99%, and I'm happy with myself to have the planet and have the, the neighborhood and the peoples around me because with some algumas atitudes como essa eu nunca vi a rua suja.
yes.
Eu,
Oh, I think my connection. Yes. Yes. Thank you, William. I think your connection is freezing again. Yeah, but something that I think is interesting, especially to big companies, is to separate some material that you can sell. An example, the connection is freezing. An example, I know a company that they receive a lot of papelão, I don't know how to say in English, and they could give this papelão for free. An example, put in the trash, and the prefeitura will deal with this, but eles juntavam, armazenavam em um lugar, and they sell it. And with the money, they did like parties to the employees, and it's something that everyone becomes like happy. And when they have like papelão, their own house, they bring to the company to like make more and more, because all this money will be converted to the employees. So it's benefit. I don't know how to say. And it's something easy to do if you have space, of course, and everyone will be happy with this initiative. So it's something interesting. I know that sometimes not so simple like this that I'm saying, because it's like just once a year the party, because you need to earn a lot of money, but it's good. As we just have few seconds, let me choose another question. The question number 7. Rita, you worked with this. How can individuals raise awareness about environment issue within their communities? How do you think we can teach this awareness to the community?
I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, I'm not 100% totally. Eu não sou como posso falar 100% com razão, but for me, this needs to start in the school with the child.
Yeah.
Because now we are grow up with this culture. For change the older people is more difficult when you start to the child. I think you need to The first step is start with our child. For is it possible 10 or 20 years it change this culture. It's not so easy, it's not so far, so far rápido. I don't know if I use these words for rápido. So fast, sorry, so fast. But is like it can work in Portuguese. Work off the formiguinhas. You need to construct about. I think the first step work with your child for change this mentality we in Brazil we have.
Yes, yes. And I think if you give some financial support for who do this, an example, um, like if you do not separate financial, it's not just support, but financial thing. An example, if you do not separate your garbage, you will have an advertence. So an example, everyone could receive like a manual or to show in the TVs, hey, now our process will be like this. And if you don't do, you'll be punished. Or if you do, you'll be recompensated. I know that the recompensation is hard because everything is expensive and blah 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 blah. But like small things, if you live in a big condo, like a big apartment with a lot of apartments, if you separate and sell for some company this trash, your condo will earn money and your condo will be cheaper. So, when you. I will speak in Portuguese. Quando você mexe no bolso, I think it's a big initiative.
I agree with this.
One of the ways. Yeah. Samia, how about you? Can you think about other way to
Oh, I
improve
couldn't
awareness?
agree more. I mean, that was what I was thinking, you know. I think it's really necessary if you want to see a rapidly change about this issue, environment issue, we need to involve money because only telling people, oh, you should do this and that, I think we cannot see a rapidly changing in our environment because as Miriam said is cultural. We 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 weren't taught about this kind of things. I mean, children have been taught about this kind of issue, but even them, I mean, they
That
learn this
way. Yes.
how to do the correct way to do to protect the environment, but then when they go back to their houses, then they see their parents doing differently, you know. So I think they learn more with examples. So you know, the school are saying this, but then in their houses, in their home, they see their parents doing things differently. I mean, I'm a teacher and I teach science, and we discuss this topic. It's really impressive, you know, when we just talk about this topic and then we see the kid like just throwing the paper in the classroom. So, oh, come on, we just talk about to protect the environment, the what kind of
I
action
do.
we should do to make the environment the environment healthier, and then you just throw away your paper here in the middle of the classroom. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a complex. It's so complex. So complex. Yeah, so complex. But I agree with you. We need to involve money in this discussion.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. I think our time is over. Just let me finish the live here. Thank you so much, YouTube, for who is watching us.